Next point, why we're supposed to change, why our character must change, is because the scripture calls us to be transformed into the image of Christ. So the Bible is very specific when it comes to change. At what level do we have to be? Because if you compare yourself to a drug addict, to your neighbor who doesn't have a job, who is lazy, who is addicted to alcohol, you think of yourself kind of highly. You think, well, I'm good, I am successful, I am better than many people. When you look at other people who are struggling in different areas, you think you are better. You don't struggle financially, you don't struggle in marriage, you don't struggle in this, you think, I'm pretty good. But here is the level where we are to go, and this is the level, let's read together. And the Lord, who is the Spirit, makes us more and more like Him as we are changed into His glorious image. So, this is the level for every believer to grow to such level where we are changed and we become more and more like Him. Like who? Like Jesus Christ. We're to be transformed. New King James says we are being transformed. It's a deep inner process that happens inside of us, invisible, but it's very, very crucial in our transformation. Galatians 4:19, Paul is writing that I am in pain because I'm going through labor pains for you again, and they will continue until Christ is fully developed in your lives. Until Christ is formed in you. So once again, you see that level of maturity, of transformation that we as Christians are called to reach. To be developed to the level as we become as like Christ. And you might say, well, I'm not perfect yet. Yes, I agree, but if you look back 5-10 years ago, do you think your character, your attitude, your reaction to unpleasant circumstances, do you think it's the same as 10 years ago? Or do you think it's different now? Hebrews 5, it says, you have been believers so long. Most of people who are sitting here and those who are watching us online, we have been believers for so long that you ought to be teaching others. Instead, you need someone to teach you again the basics. You are like babies, spiritual babies. So Paul, he's rebuking believers for what? For immaturity. For a mature believer, the biggest success is to be transformed into the image of Christ. I had to meditate and I had to take some time to digest that statement. For a mature believer, the biggest success is to be transformed into the image of Christ. It's not just my philosophical ideas. That's what I see in the scripture. Fast results are not expected. You see here it says, you have been believers for so long, so God is giving us time. The chance is presented to all of us. But after some time, results are expected. Change is expected. So let's say you are here struggling and you don't see a point to live here on earth. You have chronic disease, you suffer financially, you lost loved ones, you don't see a point, your kids are gone, they are addicted, you're like, what am I don't even want to live. Have that thought ever crossed your mind? If you're honest, I know it's hard to accept. That's why I said, for a mature believer, the biggest success in life is to be transformed into the image of Christ. Now you know the purpose of your life.